You guys played so well shorthanded the whole time up there, but you can't expect that to happen.
Well, I didn't
forever.
mind the way we played shorthanded, I minded how much we played shorthanded, that's the fact. Like there's some guys, they're doing whatever they can to keep it out, but when you give 8 power plays, and especially 2 in overtime, you're tempting fate too hard. Detroit's had one of the top power plays for the last 10 or 15 years in the league, and we just keep handing them power plays. I thought there was, early on, there was some good energy in the building. I thought our team played with great energy. It was a tight game, other than we just took too many penalties, and that's the bottom line.
Is that a trend, 17 in 3 games? Is it starting to be a trend?
Well, it's upsetting a little bit, because there's some of them that are hard-fought penalties, and then there's some hook and some stick penalties, some needless penalties, and those are the ones that they're hard to swallow with.
What was your opinion of the second overtime penalty?
That one I looked at, very average. That's a battle in front of the net. Very average.
On the heels of the...
Holmstrom's such a big guy, I'm amazed sometimes how easy he goes down.
Been in the league long enough, is there a trend of the officiating when they start the year that they've got to flex their muscles? And I'm not saying just tonight, but you can experience that a lot early on. in the
Well,
season.
you always prepare for that, but more than, I don't think it's prepared for the start of the year. Prepare your team so they know what the boundaries are. And, our guys know, we talk all the time about the stick work is stick penalties in the offensive zone, or we just can't have it. And especially, when you play Detroit, you come into the game, that's part of the game plan, is discipline. And so it's disappointing, some of the penalties we're taking. There's some that are hard-working, like, just like Coyne's penalty is, I think that one is suspect because that's just a hard battle in front. I don't think we want to take that out of the game. But the hooking and the ones where players get beat, those are the tough ones to take.
Ever seen 2 penalties the same team in 5-minute overtime?
Not very often, no.
Even with all the penalties, Brizgalov was definitely a bright star in tonight's game.
Well, he played very well. I mean, the first couple of periods, the first period, I thought we played very well in front of him. And, as the game got going on, the more power plays we give him, the bigger Brizgalov had to be for us. And he made some huge saves, especially in overtime, some huge saves. But, we don't put ourselves behind the 8 ball by taking those penalties. We're not forcing Briz to have to make that many saves. There's 2 sides to taking penalties. You can defend it well, and your goaltender can play well. But the other thing it does, it takes a lot of players out of the game that create offense for our side, and that's the frustrating part. I'm looking down the bench. I got Wolski and Doan. These guys sitting on the bench. They can't get on the ice because we're taking penalties all the time. It's not right.
You guys didn't show any ill effects from the fog. Will this be the test now going back-to-back tomorrow night and tonight?
Well, it certainly will be a challenge, that's for sure. But our guys have had a good week. We've had a good week. The last couple of days of practice have been excellent. I fully expect our guys to show up and play with a great deal of energy tomorrow night. And if we stay out of the penalty box, we can get a lot more players playing that didn't play a lot tonight. So that's a positive.
It's a little reminiscent of a playoff type atmosphere, perhaps even with this rivalry kind of developing with the
No, it was a great atmosphere in the building. I thought it was outstanding, and a close game, and it was disappointing to lose in front of your home fans. And the way we lost was even more disappointing. But the fans and the energy in the building was excellent.
Marty got rewarded for a big draw, and it seemed like you guys were tough on faceoffs. I don't know what the numbers are.
We were pretty good. I think we started to get beat up after a while because there was so many penalty kill ones, and those are tougher to win. But we put a lot of onus on the faceoffs, and Detroit's always been a good faceoff team also. So the battle of the puck starts in the referee's hand.
1 goal tonight. How did you feel about your offensive chances when you were 5-on-5?
I just we didn't see enough of 5-on-5 to get a clear picture.
What's your status on Whitney?
He's day-to-day. He was close tonight, but we decided to keep him out. We'll see where he is tomorrow morning.
Dave, Kyle Turris got his first shot for you tonight. What did you think?
Thought he was very good. Played with good energy. He's another guy that got taken out of the games because of the penalties. And but he was solid. I mean, I'll watch the tape after, but he's very keen on things he has to do to be successful, and he tries awful hard, and that's all you can ask for a young guy. He'll continue to improve.
Dave, when you have news coming out, ownership that looks positive, you guys even get excited about that anymore? It's been going on so long, it feels like background noise.
We're immune to that. When it happens, it happens, and everybody's aware of what's going on. You'd be
Is there a parade of suits at all, or are you seeing faces you don't see? Is that, none of that?
not yet.
They keep it away from you?
No, well, I've met Matt, and he's, you know, I know what's going on behind the scenes, but he, you know, he's been, you know, all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I think it's respect to the players and not turning, before anything's done. And it's rightfully so. It should be handled behind the scenes, and his group has done a great job of it.
Into the third period, Peter Pruker's ice time was around a little over 5:30. Is that a victim of the penalties?
Yeah, exactly. He played on a line tonight with Belanger and Korpikoski, who are the two penalty killers. So when those guys are playing a lot of kill, even after the kill's over, we're looking for Bata and Doan and Wolski on the ice ahead of Pruka. So he was the victim, called a victim of the penalties. In the first period, that line was pretty good, but again, when you got two players that are penalty kills on it, it takes Brooks out of the game.
Thanks, Coach.